Hello everybody. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel and to welcome anyone who's new. Also, please feel free to share the link to my channel with people that need the information but maybe are just a little scared to subscribe. They just don't want anyone to know what they're going through, but they need the information. So whatever stage you're at, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're with us to talk about ways that we can positively manage our bipolar depression. So, like a broken record, because I never know who's new or seeing just this episode, we are working from a book that my psychiatrist recommended called Bipolar Not So Much, and it's Understanding Your Mood Swings and Depression by Dr. Chris Aiken and Dr. James Phelps. So you can take a good look at this cover. You can order it in Canada and the United States on eBay or Amazon, so look for that. So real quickly today, I'm going to talk about what in the world is normal, because, you know, I used to think when I was manic that was normal, and I had no idea that I was thinking a whole lot of thoughts and doing 10 things but getting a whole lot of not much of anything done. So I've come to learn that mania, there is a huge difference between motivation and mania. Mania, I used to be like, you had to wake up and then I'd feel like someone's winding me up, and that gotta move, gotta go, gotta do. Now I'm medicated and I wake up slowly and go about my day doing one thing at a time, and it is way, in my opinion, I'm getting a lot more done in my life. So, from the book on page 72, they title Chapter 8, The Living Side, Finding Normal. So a key point: if your sleep and energy are stable and your thinking is flexible, then you're probably normal enough. So there's a quote from woman named Meg Hutchinson, and she says, "I wouldn't trade it all in. How high, how low I've been. Broken bones aside, I miss the edge sometimes. I miss the edge. But I promise to stay on the living side." So, yeah, like, being manic is euphoric, exhilarating. People talk about how they feel more creative and have more ideas, and that's because when you live like that, that is your reality. But I will tell you, I'm going 20% speed compared to the 160 I was going, and then crashing and being stuck on the couch for weeks at a time. It's the tortoise, not the hare, that wins the race, because Like I had a business where I did $100,000 in 1 year, but I was in the hospital really sick with burnout and lost my business. And so it's not a good thing, because we're not meant to be going at that speed all the time. Our brain will tell us to go, but our body is, we have to love on our bodies, like be kind and rest and rejuvenate and relax, and and I'm actually like the person that I am now compared to the person that was manic all the time. And I have great relationships with my children now, because they feel like I'm stable. And it's not fun for me to say, but there was a time where I didn't have a relationship with them because I thought I was fine, but I was unhealthy for them to be around. So this is, what is normal? It's a question people often grapple with during recovery. Looking back, they wonder how much of what they did in the past was really just a sign of a mood disorder. Looking ahead, they know they have to keep a close eye on their symptoms to prevent another episode. That kind of self-monitoring is important, but it's no easy task. To start with, all the symptoms of bipolar, anger, rash decisions, sleeplessness, are also found in normal people. Trying to figure out what's a mood disorder and what's you is difficult at first. But as you get the hang of it, you'll start to feel more confident and more in control of your moods. To start with, it's easier and more accurate to monitor energy instead of emotions. Emotions are not the same as moods. Emotions are temporary reactions to life, and we hope you'll experience their full range while in recovery. In fact, cultivating an attitude of emotional acceptance rather than trying to control or judge your emotions can help prevent depression. Psychologists call this mindfulness. So I've been telling my friends lately, and anyone that is asking me for help, 2 words: radical acceptance. And so if I'm feeling anxious, I can say, yep, feeling anxious, but that will pass. What I am challenging my friends who are also bipolar, and I want to challenge you, is I'm not superhuman. But as I've said before, those of us who are bipolar are geniuses. And if you can manage your bipolar, you can harness the genius that you are. And so I want to challenge you that, like, I do get depressed. I could have an episode of depression tomorrow. I have moments of depression or minutes of depression. And sometimes I can take myself out of them, and sometimes I just need to put on my pajamas and just go, tomorrow's another day. So I challenge you, when you look at me, when you listen to me, you think, easy for you to say. But I do make a decision in spite of having an episode. Like, I make a decision to go to the gym 3 times a week by getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I give myself an hour to wake up so I can be there for the 6 o'clock. I make a decision to work because I want a future. And I don't always feel like doing it. Making a decision means you're going to do it even though you feel tired, you feel depressed. I'm not saying if you're really sick, like I was this past summer. I was so dealing with so much anxiety that it was literally, I couldn't concentrate or focus. And so I needed some new medications. But when you get to a point where you're level and you're managing, make a decision each day of something that you want to accomplish and do it. We're no different than anyone else who doesn't want to clean the house or, I don't know, visit your dad or whatever. Not go to the grocery store because you just don't want to see people. There's lots of people that aren't bipolar that go through that. And so what is normal is what we started out with. And normal is what you want it to be. But I do challenge you to start saying, what do I want for myself? And doing it. Because, you know, I can't believe that I'm 44. And in 6 years, I'll be 50. 6 years. What I can do with 6 years. What I've decided is I have a business that I'm doing. And it's challenging, and I have to ask people to repeat themselves because my brain just times out from too many lights, too many people, too many sounds, or they're firing too much information at me, thinking I'm taking it in. There's lots of obstacles, but I just ask for what I need, and most people want to help. And if they don't, so what? Who cares what they think? Really? Who cares what they think? And I have a joke I say, because I used to live in pity party. And I said to my son about his friend, I said, every time your friend asks you to feel sorry for them, say, you're having a pity party and you're trying to invite me, and just so you know, I'm not coming. So I hope that in spite of having this disability, you can do something and create a new normal for yourself that will bring you happiness and joy and raise your confidence level, because you'll see more and more and more of what you are capable of. And just remember, someone might have arthritis, someone might have Alzheimer's, someone might have fibromyalgia, someone might be in a wheelchair and have no legs. And then some of us are bipolar. Everybody's got stuff. Everybody's got things they have to deal with. And you can give in to bipolar, or you can overcome it, manage it, take your medication, have a schedule. That's probably something I will talk about again. Have a routine, stick to it, and create your best life. And only you can do that. So, what's normal? You get to find out what your normal is. I'm Stephanie Brown, and we will see you next time. Bye.